Hey, welcome to the Small Money Big Dreams vlog. I'm your host Marvin Banam, and today's topic will be growth versus value stock. Now, a person asked me a question a couple of days ago: what's better to have, a growth stock or a value stock? And I wanted to answer the question at first thought, value stock. But then I thought to myself, you know what, you got to think about the total outlook of what someone wants their portfolio to have. So I would say growth stock versus value stock, you want to have both in your portfolio. You know, it's easier for me to say off the top that I value, ironically, a value stock more than I do a growth stock, but you need both of these investments to be in your portfolio to have a well-balanced portfolio. Now, what's the difference between a growth stock and a value stock? There's quite a couple of characteristical differences amongst the stocks. I'm going to get into detail about the difference between a growth and a value stock in the next vlog, but I'm just going to stick to the concept of growth versus value. Now, the reason why you want to have both in your portfolio and not necessarily one is a value stock today shows a value, and you want to realize that a value stock has the potential to grow, versus a growth stock which pretty much has a high value or a high price for that stock, even though the financials of the company hasn't met the exact demands of what that price of the stock is. So the reason why you want to have growth stocks in your portfolio is because growth stocks represent, you know, a stock that people are very, you know, big on. People are very enthusiastic on the growth potential of that stock, so people tend to drive the value of that stock up. Now, it's good to have those kind of stocks in your portfolio because it continue on a normal basis, they continue to hold value for a while. So I would say have growth stocks in your portfolio, but I would hold them in a short position, whereas, you know, hold on to a value stock for a year, maybe two, and then as you see it goes up, I would eventually consider to start to get out of the position of the value stock, especially when, you know, the talks of how great this growth stock is starts to die down, because a growth stock is pretty much the stock of the day, the stock of the month, maybe even the stock of the year. But long term with the growth stocks, they tend to hit a maturation point, and you want to be able to move out of the position of the growth stock before it hits that point. And the reason why I'm more favorable towards value stocks is because value stocks, the price of the shares of that stock is reflecting on how the company is doing. So as the value of that company continues to grow, there's the potential of that value stock where the price is valued close to what the earnings of the company is, close to what the book value of the company is, close to what the sales is, has the potential to continue to grow if that value stock starts to show sell growth, starts to show increases in revenue. I like for investors to hold value stocks in their portfolio for a longer time period than I would with growth stocks. So to the answer of what's better, growth versus value, I say they are both equally valuable to your portfolio, but with growth stocks, I influence people or recommend that you hold growth stocks in a short position and hold value stocks in a long position for the long term. Well, that's the wrap up of the growth versus value stock vlog. I hope that was helpful for you. I will go on to explain further what I define as a growth stock in the future vlog, as well as what a value stock is. This is Marvin Banam, the host of the Small Money Big Dreams vlog, and hopefully I've answered some of your questions and gave you insight. See you guys at the top.